And welcome back, everyone, to What If. I normally would pre-record my, when you notice it's not, you know what, you won't need to worry about that. I'm not pre-recording the Yu-Gi-Oh! What If. I'm just going to do it straight tomorrow. But this one comes to us from, and I might get this name wrong, it's a Bionicle? I don't think it's biracial. B-Play. I'm going to call you B-Play. Who, to the best of my knowledge, was the only person I could find in my entire thick book of suggestions who gave me this request. Let me know if you did at one point give me this suggestion. But what if Kaioken and Super Saiyan could be used together? Now, what do we mean by this? Well, it's exactly what it means. You could stack Kaioken on Super Saiyan. Well, the question is, why is this not done? Well, it's actually explained very easily. In Dragon Ball Super, actually, during the Hit Goku fight, they explained that Kaioken basically is sudden increases in your strength by multitudes, and it puts a severe strain on your body, which means you need to have really, really good ki control. Otherwise, it will just blow you up. And Super Saiyan, it could not be used on top of Super Saiyan, just due to the fact that Super Saiyan is very, not tumultuous, that's not the right word. It's very, even though good ki control is a part of Super Saiyan, it's still too raw, haphazard, and the key the amount of control you need while your ki is too much in flux, even in perfect Super Saiyan, to be using Kaioken on top of it. The only time we have seen Kaioken and Super Saiyan used together is in a filler episode of the series, and that's a filler episode. It does not count towards the canon, so you can't do that. But with Super Saiyan Blue, you can do that because Super Saiyan Blue stressed ki control to the umpteenth degree. But what if you could use Super Saiyan and Kaioken together and essentially just treat it like you're using Kaioken? Maybe some extra strain, but you could still use it on top of it. What would that be like? How strong would Goku be? Because he's the only one who uses Kaioken. And what would that mean for the overall series? Because it would mean some pretty drastic changes. First and foremost, when does this even get brought up? It would have to be brought up during the Android Saga, the beginning of it, where they are going to fight the androids. Now, I would imagine that Goku's level of Kaioken would be similar to what it is on Namek with Super Saiyan. He can more or less maintain a Kaioken times 10 without too much difficulty. And if he had to, he could jump to 20. It'd probably be a lot more straining on his body than it would most likely be what happened when he did Super Saiyan Kaioken times 4 against Vegeta. His body would be in serious pain, but he could keep fighting if he had to. He would just be drained. It'd be a last resort move. I don't see it adding anything really to the training of Gohan and Piccolo, because Goku, if he really wanted to, would just eclipse them with Super Saiyan to begin with. We don't actually know what training they actually did during that 3-year time skip. Goku may have done Super Saiyan to really challenge Piccolo, or challenge Gohan, but my guess is that's not what happened, at least not initially. So what happens? Well, Goku fights 19. Initially, doesn't even need to use Kaioken against him. But then he accidentally does the Kamehameha. 19 absorbs the energy. I would have energy. Absorbs his energy. It's like, oh man, that's too much. Goku! Now, there's a big problem with Kaioken, is that it puts a strain on everything, including increasing your blood pressure, your heart rate, all that. You had a heart disease in there? That could actually kill Goku right on the spot. Fortunately, I think he can tell something's wrong, so I actually don't think he uses Kaioken simply due to the stress it would put on his body. Maybe he does it once and he's able to boom do basically what they did against Metal Cooler, where he just rushes 19 as 19's coming in, just boom takes off his arms, like, ah! But it just has to drop and just like like he's gasping for air. And yeah, and so 19's damage is, it's like, and the realization kind of hits everyone. Goku, if he were in full power and not sick, could have wasted these fools. Honestly, he probably could have beat them anyway. Why, Yamcha, by the way, you didn't tell them they could absorb energy through their hands when you were all good to go? I don't know that. Why you waited until Goku actually fired an attack off. Tell me, Yamcha, what's going through your mind, my friend? But regardless, Goku he's floored for a good long while. Goku would then wake up, and by the way, everything else would go the same. There's no difference. We also know Cell probably can use Kaioken, but he probably wouldn't. And this is just due to the fact that Cell did not have Super Saiyan DNA in him at that point. We also know Cell can't seem to go Super Saiyan unless you count Super Perfect Cell, and even that really isn't Super Saiyan. It's like, I don't know, a quarter stronger or a third stronger than 33% stronger than what he was initially. Either way, really it comes down to Goku waking up, thinking what needs to be done. Now, here's the big question. Goku does have Kaioken. And for the sake of this, what if we'll say he could add Kaioken onto any of his Super Saiyan forms? 2, 3, whatever. Goku does have Kaioken. Does he feel it's necessary to train, or at least himself, to train to get his form past Super Saiyan? I'll be honest. Because Goku would train, I imagine he'd do it anyway, but he can sense Cell's power, Piccolo's power. He still actually eclipses Piccolo in power right now. Because he almost certainly got a Zenkai from the heart virus, from surviving that. So, he actually eclipses technically everyone on the planet still in terms of power. And I mean eclipse. I don't have the list of power levels I have right here, but knowing where I have the power levels, where I theoretically have calced them, Goku would, by miles, beat Piccolo, the androids, and Cell. He'd at least double Cell in power at his times 10. He, doing the math real quick in my head here, probably even, oh God, he might like times 5 him minimum. Would times 20 if he had to. So Goku could beat Cell and the androids without any real difficulty, to be honest. But the question is, does he still feel the need to do the training? I think he does, because I think he can, as training with Super Saiyan form as long as he has, he still feels the need to do it. However, he's waiting to see if Piccolo could, handle the situation, all that. We know he can step in if he has to. And he's waiting for that. He still wants them to get training. He's still going to go do training, but I think it's just a matter of balancing where things need to be. Also going to go on stronger for a day when the day comes, he's no longer there. He ultimately, Cell comes down, attacks them. Piccolo is near killed, and that's when, before 18 and 17 are picked off, Goku shows up, goes Super Saiyan, and knocks Cell. Is that Son Goku? It's like, Son Goku. Sorry, everyone. Sorry I'm late, but I hope you guys are able to take care of it yourself. Better late than never, Goku. Where the hell have you been? Well, we were doing some training to hopefully be able to take these guys out no problem. But I guess I had to step in sooner than before it was my turn. Whatever. So what's the game plan? Well, it seems we're all in a neutral. It seems we're all in agreement that Cell is no good. So so why don't we just put our differences aside for the time being and take this guy down? I was like, yeah, cool, whatever, man. You really think? Come on, you really think you can beat him? You're not even as strong as the. You're not even. Well, Goku, as much as I'd love to fight you right now, you're not even strong as Piccolo. What's the bet? What do you think you can do? Which would be true. I don't think Goku's as strong as Piccolo right now. It's like, is that a fact? All of a sudden, he sees the red kind of merge into an orange. He does a triple Kaioken, relatively fine on his body. So he just boom, just comes in, and right out the gate, he's now already stronger than Cell by, honestly, a fair bit. He's not twice as strong, but he's a fair bit stronger than Cell. And Cell's like, look, what is that? Can't be. Boom, Kaioken. And Goku's just, boom. That's it. No more Cell. You're not getting what you want. Sorry, but you're not the one who gets to decide that. Solid flare. And it's like, and then obviously everyone gets blinded. He goes after 17. You're mine. You just, and they all sense the power grace. And finally, that's better. Now, where is my beloved sister? And then Goku just comes down. Kaioken's, triple Kaioken's still flaring. This time Cell's like, Cell still struggles, but now they're like, I see, Goku. Well, if you're not going to let me have my fun with my sister. I might as well take you instead. And the tail comes, Goku grabs it, though, as he just, boom, cranks the Kaioken up a couple notches, going to a ×5, which now puts him over Cell. Just and then finally, Kaioken, ×10! Boom! And just blasts him point blank. Blows his head clean off. Just Cell's body falls to the ground. However, we know Cell can move the nucleus in his head, so he does ultimately get up. Just, you. It's a, no, that's right. You have Piccolo's. That's right. They told us you had the DNA of the other of all of us in there. I'm guessing that means Piccolo as well. Okay, I'm like 90% sure I can't do that. We'll figure that out later. But no. And you blast it all. You think you're the only one who can do that, Goku? Kaio! Good! And yes, it's implied he could do it. He did do it because it might be bad on his body. And I think he had a level of power at that point and had just never used it. Where he does it. And he does briefly overwhelm Goku, but only for a moment until Goku again does the ×10, which, again, in my head right now, still puts him very high above Semi-Perfect Cell. Semi-Perfect Cell does a ×2. They're kind of clashing, just back and forth. Triple Kaioken! And just as he goes to the triple, it's kind of like what you saw in this most recent episode of Bleach. He comes in, and all of a sudden, before his fist ever lands, it kind of goes, boom. It's like, huh? It's like, oh! His body starts to tear apart. Like, his body can't handle that power because his power is so huge at this point in his base, which allows Goku to just beat him, go boom, 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 beat him quick, smash him, grab his tail, Kame, instant Kamehameha wave. Then he does the ×20 just to be safe. Just boom! And Cell's dead. Like, just gone. Meanwhile, back at the plot, which is still this. Everyone's just like, and even 16's like, there's no way I could defeat Son Goku as I am now. I'm sounding a bit more like Mr. Freeze there. There is no way I can defeat Son Goku. Or we can be, crap. Wait, what about 17? Oh, I guess because he was a Zord, I must have killed him too. And she's pissed off. Well, that's okay. We can always get the Dragon Balls. Wait, what? He's like, yeah, we can just wish him back. Goku, are you serious right now? They're androids. They're trying to take over, destroy the world. Saying, actually, we were just busy doing our own thing. We didn't really have any intent of destroying the world or anything. To which 18's like, yeah, no, hold on. And she's like, it is true. Our only objection was to kill Son Goku, and that was on behest of the good Dr. Gero. Joe, but you're still listening to that cool even after it died, and they're all like, I mean, you didn't like him. Why were you following his orders? Well, we don't really have much else to purpose. We'll tell you what, we'll help bring him back and bring your brother back and do some of the damage you've done. Maybe we can figure something out, huh? It's like, huh? Does this other thing involve birds? It could. It's like, I like birds. I like birds too. You do? It's like, so they get the Dragon Balls. Well, actually, they can't get the Dragon Balls right now. But ultimately, Goku goes to find Dende to get back. They reintroduce a guardian of the planet Earth. Get Dragon Balls. They bring back 17 as well as others. Vegeta and Trunks get out of the time chamber. Goku and Gohan step in, and then they get out. All the ends well on that. Goku's now got a perfected Super Saiyan, as well as Kaioken on top of that, making him God knows how much stronger. Gohan's tapping on the door of Super Saiyan 2, and Goku saw that, and probably pushed him a little bit in training through the next 7 years. Ultimately, though, the day's saved. They've made peace with the androids. Oh, excuse me. Whether Trunks likes it or not. And they go about their lives. Trunks goes back, defeats his androids in Cell. Vegeta challenges Goku multiple occasions. Goku beats him multiple occasions. This further fuels Vegeta to get stronger. Goku continues to train. They both unlock Super Saiyan 2, as does Gohan over the years. And Gohan doesn't lose any ounce of his strength and has a stronger training partner with his dad. So he's probably stronger than he is in the canon there. I don't see Goku really getting Super Saiyan 3 during the 7 years. He might be, he gets a Super Saiyan 2, definitely. And maybe he's knocking on the door of Super Saiyan 3, but he's a ways off still. You would then get the Buu Saga. Most of that goes the same up excuse me. Up until, including Gohan becoming the Great Saiyaman. There's Videl. The only difference is Videl would train with Goku as well on the offbeat. Now realizing, wait, you were a martial arts champion. I was. And so Goku helps train her, getting her a little stronger. And then obviously they go for the tournament. I think they still go. They haven't been to one in a while. I think they think it would be fun. Goten is also stronger here. Maybe it's possible Goku could teach Gohan and Goten the Kaioken. But the problem is that he never taught anyone else the Kaioken. We don't even know how the hell King Kai taught the Kaioken. We know what it looks like, we know what it does, and we know we basically kind of have to yell its name to activate it. You don't actually have to, it's just usually you do that. But we actually don't know what the method of teaching it is, or let alone whether or not you could teach it beyond King Kai himself. I also don't know if I don't know. It first depend on if those two could even really learn it to begin with. They're both Saiyans, but they both have Saiyans. They do have, that does mean they have greater potential theoretically than Goku. But I don't know. I definitely he wouldn't teach Goten. Goten's too young for it. Gohan, and I think, you know what? I think that'd be the key thing. He would teach Gohan because Gohan's adult body is more developed and can handle more strain. Goten's could not. So I think, yes, I think Gohan gets to learn the Kaioken. I think maybe he only masters it up to 10, though. Not instead of Goku's at this point can hacks out a 20. Like, it's not that big a deal. It's still strainful, but nowhere near as bad. You get a lot of the repeats of the tournament. You get Gohan getting angry about what happens with Videl. You get Gohan versus Kibito. They steal Gohan's energy. And they bring it to Babidi. Because he's stronger here, I'm looking at Buu at maybe like 65%. Dabura comes, kills Kibito, turns Krillin and Piccolo to stone, and then F's off into the ship. Vegeta kills Pui Pui, Goku kills Yakon. Gohan, however, kills Dabura. Right straight out, he takes out Dabura. Because he's already stronger than where he is in the series here. At minimum, he's as strong as his Cell Games counterpart, which would mean he's stronger than Dabura, who is said to be his strongest perfect cell. But I think he's stronger here even without the Kaioken. He and Dabura are going at heart. Gohan finally just says, how do I do the spell on my friends? It's like, the only way to do my magic is for me to die. All right, so fine then. Kaioken! And all of a sudden, it's like, Kaioken, and then just boom! Because Gohan does have the rage boosts, and he's just pissed off what happened to Piccolo and Krillin. And so just and finally they get down to where Babidi is. Babidi tries to do something. Shin stops him. Buu would probably be close to like 80 to 90% at this point. And they're like, it was this close to having Buu resurrected. Fortunately, we were able to stop that. It's like, yeah, all right, cool. Woo! So, yeah. Now, real quick, doing math in my head here real quick. Let's see here. Kaioken would be 20 times the 100, which is 100 times the band. It's 2,000 times 10 on that. Okay, no, you would probably still prefer to do the 10 times. Okay. What I'm getting at here is they bid their farewells. Vegeta doesn't go into Majin. Between the years of before Beerus wakes up and after Beerus wakes up, Goku, I think, does finally unlock Super Saiyan 3. Now, Super Saiyan 3, just by its nature, is a lot harsher on the body, so the Kaioken here, you're going to have to cut Goku in half easy. Time 10's maximum. And even that will be similar to the strain in the Saiyan Saga or Saiyan Science 4. And so, when Beerus wakes up, Goku's traded in King Kai's planet. Beerus shows up, Goku goes through all his forms. Technically speaking, yeah, I was about to say, Super Saiyan 2 is 100 times base. You add another times 20 on that, 2,000 times base. However, Super Saiyan 3 is 400 times base. You add times 10, that's 4,000 times base. So yes, Goku hypothetically is the equivalent of the Super Saiyan 4 multiplier. again, it's up for debate what the real multiplier about that is. I like to go with the 4,000 times base personally. And so eventually he gets to Super Saiyan. And Beerus is at least blocking him, and he was like, "You are strong." Something else. Well, there is something else I got, but I can only do it for in brief moments. Goku, you're not going to. It's all right, King Kai. I won't. It won't kill me. It's just gonna hurt like hell. Hurt like hell. What exactly are you planning, Saiyan? It's like, Kaioken, times 10. And all of a sudden, Beerus does completely. Boom. Oh. It's similar to like when Vegeta fought him. Like he didn't actually feel it. He was caught off guard, but he didn't really feel it. Same here. He's caught off guard. Like, holy hell. Boom, 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 boom. And finally Goku blasts him. Very amusing. I must admit, you are impressive. There aren't many who can actually get it hit on me. But tell me, is this all you really have? Saying, oh, crap. And just puts him down. And so that's where you get into the Super Saiyan God stuff. And at that point, Kaioken add-ons become irrelevant to Super Saiyan. Because the only thing you can add it on to is Super Saiyan Blue. Now, even if I added it on to God, hypothetically, Goku does, like, say, Kaioken times, just tries a Kaioken, see how it feels on God, tests it, pushes it to the limit, let's just say 5, really pushes Beerus harder, we know it's not going to be enough. Relevancy now becomes a moot point, because Kaioken got reintroduced in the Universe 6 tournament. The only other place it would become relevant again would be the Resurrection F arc. And honestly, Goku probably wouldn't even use it. Only because he pretty much beat Frieza without it. So there'd be no point. Even Gohan could use it in that fight. He could. The problem is because Gohan never has his ultimate potential unlocked. So there's that. Just trying to think now, is there any other place it would be relevant? Like, straight out relevant, that he wasn't already used. It's Universe 6 arc. We know I've given Gohan it, so there's that. He might be able to beat Lavender straight out. They tied in their preliminary fight, but he might be able to beat Lavender straight out. The Goku Black arc, he used it when he used it. And he used it when he used it in the Universe 6 tournament. Gohan's not as strong as he is there, but he's got the Kaioken to make up for that. So I imagine the same rough debacle would happen there. Goku never used it against Broly. Not that I think it would matter. And Gohan, assuming that you don't need the ultimate you don't need the ultimate transformation to access the beast mode, which I actually think you do, because Gohan's the only one who's had that. Assuming you don't need it, Gohan would eventually hit the beast mode anyway and beat Cell Max. If you do need it, now you got a problem there. Piccolo might end up having to sacrifice himself on that one. And even then, it might not be enough. I think they would still manage, but it'd be a hard fight. Ultimately, if you can combine Super Saiyan with Kaioken, it really only matters for the Z era. Once you get into Super, it becomes a null and void question. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Until then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks later.